Hi student, sorry about some mistake on technology. Actually, I forgot to put the sound when I record that, so that's why this is I just repeat the one I published yesterday about plumbing fixture calculation. Basically, this one is just for one of the way to help you calculate plumbing fixture in the building, inside from the building. When you hear plumbing fixture, that means they want to talk about on off the equipment they use the water inside from the building. For example, the laboratory, the water closet, the bathtub, the shower, the sink, so on. So that's why when you hear plumbing fixture, that means you're thinking about some of the equipment they use the water, they use the plumbings inside from the building or in the house. In this one, I just share with you about to calculate for plumbing fixture in the public area. The reason, because in the residential you don't need to count a lot for water closet or laboratories. So that's why we focus on the public service. For example, restaurant, gym, or library, some senior center, from medical center, something like that, because we want to calculate for more equipment in plumbing fixture. Okay, so we have many ways to calculate this, but I show you one way to calculate for plumbing fixture in inside from the building. I focus on two of them, water closet and laboratory. I will show you a few examples, and after that you can practice at home. And this one is one of the extra credit, 10 points for quiz number 2. Quiz number 2 coming for a few more weeks, so that's why I give you practice right now for you can familiar with how to solve the problem for plumbing fixture calculation. Okay, so go with in the International Building Code, you can see the table appendix for chapter 29. They tell you about minimum plumbing fixture, and they have the table look like this. They have many columns. The first one, they tell you about occupancy group, what kind from the building they use it. The second column, they tell you about the water closet, and they divide by 2 for male and female. Some of them they similar ratio, but few of them is different, so that's why careful when you calculate for male or females water closet. The third column, they tell you about laboratories, and again male and female calculation. And the last one for bathtub and shower and everything else, but again this one we didn't focus on public area, because in the public area you didn't see the bathtub and the shower. So right now we just focus on water closet and laboratory. I circle like that for we can use for zoom bigger, so you can easy to read that. Like I told you, we have 4 columns, first, second, third, and 4. Forget about this one, just focus on this one. And this is the type from the building or occupancy. You remember before we calculate for occupancy, occupant load just mean maximum people, so that's why depend on the group one we have the calculation with the ratio is different. For example, we have restaurant, we have dining room, we have exhibit room or gyms, so loud. So it depend on the group occupancy, and we have the calculation right here. For example, I circle restaurant. The first example I will let you know about restaurant. So for example, this is they have male and female calculation. They say 1, 2, 3, 4 like this. That means from 1 to 25 occupant you need 1 water closet. From 26 to 75 you need 2 of them. From 75 to 125 you need 3 of them. And from 201 to 300 occupant you need 5 of water closet for the male one. How about the female? Similar. So in this case, male and female with the range is similar. If you have more than 300 occupants, for example, you have 301 to 400 and you have 6 water closet for male and 6 for female. And how about more than 400? If you use more than 400 occupants and you need to add one more fixture, that means one more water closet for 200 male and 150 female. You see that? So right now the range for each of them is different between male and female. So the first example, we will talk about the restaurant, and this is the guideline I circle for you to easy to look at that. So go with the number 1 example. You can see that I give you example for restaurant 520 occupant load. And if you have 520, we assume that 50% for female and 50% for male. And if you have 50%, that means you divide by 2. 520 you divide by 2, you get 260 occupant load. Same thing with the male one. So now in the water closet in the guideline, you see from 201 to 300 occupant, you need 5 water closet. And right now we have 260. That means you're in the range. So we need 5 water closet for female. And same thing with the male. In the guideline, they say same thing. So that's why you need 5 of them also. About laboratory, if you go to the table, you can see that's 1 for each water closet up to 4. And they have 1 additional if after that. So if you up to 4 toilets and you need 4 for laboratory. And after 4, you need 2 additional water closet for 1 laboratory. So now we go back with us because right now we have 5. That means more than 4, right? So that's why the first 4, we need 4 of water closet, and after that, extra 2 water closet, you need 1 more. And in case this one, we have extra 1 of the water closet, so that's why we need 1 more extra laboratory. So total we have 5. Same thing with the female 5. So now, this one just the regular one. We also need for handicap one in case in the public service, you need handicap one also. And like I told you, you can open your finger. If one hand we have 5 finger, 1 2 3 4 5. So 5 regular, we need 1 handicap one. So now basically we have 5 water closets, so you need 1 handicap water closet, and same thing with the laboratory. We need 1 for handicap one. Very similar with the female and the male one. So now total plumbing fixture, you add it on together, 5, 10, 11, 12. Same thing with this one. So you get totally 24 plumbing fixture. This is the answer I need to see on the problem credits for quiz number 2. You need to add for both of them. Okay. So basically this is example number 1. Now I have another example for you. That's in number 2. So I use for before I use restaurant, now I use for casino. So for casino, it's assembly place. And we have the guideline right here. But you look at this, the guideline from the male and the female is different. You look at this, from 151 to 300 occupant, we need 4 water closet for male. But on the female, 201 to 400, we need 8. So that's why in casino, the guidelines is different between male and female calculation. So remember that. And the laboratory, they have 201 to 400, we need 2 laboratory. It is the same with male and female, so easy to do, right? But in the water closet, careful with this one. Now we go with example number 2. We calculate plumbing fixture for casino. And casino, I give you 800 occupant load. And we assume 50% male, 50% female, so we have 400 occupancy load for male. And after that, 400 occupancy load for female. With the guideline 151 until 300 occupants, you need 4 water closet. More than 300, 200 for additional, we need to add 1 more water closet. So if you look at this, say up to 300, we need 4, so we need 4. But we have total 400, but this guy larger than 300, then 200 occupant, we need add 1 more additional. So in this case, we have 100 left, right? So it's in the guide. So we need to add 1 more for water closet for the male. How about female? Female is the range is different. The guideline they say 201 to 400. We need 8 of water closet. So we need 8, and even 400. So that means you need 8 of them, right? How about laboratory? The guideline 201 to 400. We need 2 for both. So that's why 2 for both, male and female. One more time. Handicap water, because this one is 4, 5. So we need 1 handicap one. Laboratory, even we have 2 regular, but we need 1 for handicap. Okay. Same thing with this one. But this one on the female, we have 8 regular and 2 for laboratory. But 8 more than 5, so we need 2 handicap one. And this one we need 1. So now add it on together, we have 9 for male and 13 for female. Totally we have 22 plumbing fixture. And this is the answer I need to see. Okay. Okay, last example. We need to use for the gym or 24 fitness. And the guideline is similar like this. So right now, male and female is very similar. So very easy to calculate. About laboratory, they say that's 1 for each water closet up to 4. Go back, look like example number 1. And after that, 2 additional, 1 for each of 2 additional. That means up to 4. If you have 4 toilets or 4 water closet, and you need 4 for laboratory. But after 4, for example, you have 5, 6, 7, something like that. And each of 2 additional, we need 1 for water closet. So now go with example number 3. I give you the gym. 925 occupant load is so big. And if 925 you divide by 50%, you get 463. 463 for each of them. Okay. In the guideline, they say 301 to 400, we need 6 of them. But larger than 400 and 200 occupant, we need to add 1 more additional. In this case, we have 63 more than 400, so it's in the guide. So we need 1 more extra. About female, we have very similar, so that's why we have 6 with the 1 for extra, so we have 7 for total. Laboratory, for 201 to 400, we need 2. And after that, 200, we need as 1 additional. So in this case, we need 1 additional. Same thing with the female. Handicap one. This is 6-1. That means 7. More than 5, so you need 2. And this one is laboratory. We have 3. So I think that we need 1 only. Because it's less than 5. Same thing with this one. This one more than 5, so we need 2. But this one we need 1. Right? And now you add it on. 6, 7, 8, 10, 12, 13. 13 for each of them. So this one is 13. This one should be bigger. Why is it so small? 40. Okay, so basically we have 26 for plumbing fixture. Okay, so I have 3 examples for you, and I hope that you can practice with that. One more time. Plumbing fixture is everything we use water inside from the building. For example, water closet, laboratory, bathtub, shower, sink in the kitchen. Okay, so basically this one. But because in this example, for 3 examples, we calculate for water closet and laboratory only. The reason because we calculate for the public, where we use a lot of plumbing fixture. In the residential house, because it's just very simple, it's not much, so that's why I'm not focused on there in this example. Okay, so for plumbing fixture, one more time, we have 1 problem for extra credits, 10 points, and quiz number 2. So from now you can practice with that. If you have any question, I think that's on Thursday we go back with Canvas pronto, and you can ask me at that time. Now, the reason I go back with the pronto because last time we go with the Zoom, and many students they cannot they cannot communicate on the Zoom with us, so that's why I decided to do both, but not much for the Zoom. The reason because many students, they didn't have, I guess they just have the internet, but they didn't familiar with the Zoom or some reason, I don't know. But I saw that just half of the student can go with the Zoom. Instead of before, when we go with the Pronto, many students can communicate together. So that's why I decided to go to Canvas Pronto for this week, and maybe later if I have some Zoom, I will let you know, but not much, in case it's very I mean before the quiz or before the final. The reason because I don't want a lot of students cannot contact with me by Zoom. That's the reason. Okay, thank you so much for watching, and sorry about for the post with not in the sound. You just see the picture but not my voice, so sorry about that. I will upload this one fast as I can, so that why you can review that. See you next time.